Hey everyone on Project Positive Change. This is Sam Livermore, Gladiator of Love. I'm one of your visionaries for Project Positive Change, and I am the founder of Share the Love. You may have been seeing me over the last few weeks with my anonymous love letters and seeing around where I leave them in public. If you don't know a little bit about my story, I started writing love letters to strangers in 2012. I originally was just leaving them for people in the hospital, as I was going to the hospital quite a lot, and I was just leaving little notes for people and putting them in envelopes saying, if you find me, open me. That has actually grown into a huge movement. Now we go to events and festivals, and it's something that I do on a regular basis, just leaving letters out for people to find. If you want to know more about that story, you can go to sharetheloveletters.com. But I want to tell you a few little stories of things that have come back to me over the last few years that I've been writing these letters, about how one love letter to a stranger can make such a huge impact, and how they impact the world from getting that letter. Now, quite often I don't know about who finds these letters, because we don't say go to this website or go to this place. It's completely anonymous. Don't write our names. The only way that you could probably find it is from us. On the envelope, we just put the hashtag share the love, and that's it. And they could probably hunt us down through social media, and that is what happens on a couple of occasions. So I'll just tell you a few little stories about how one letter has impacted one person and the difference it's made in their life. So one of the biggest ones that always comes to mind when people ask me, do you know what happens to the letters, or do you know if anyone ever finds them? I'm going to tell you a little story about a friend of mine a couple of years ago who left a letter in a seaside town where he was working. He didn't live there. He travelled to this town to do some work for a few weeks. And on his first... Oh, that was my phone ringing. Right, cut that off. On his first day there, he went down to the beach. This is a UK seaside town. He went down to the beach and he left a love letter for a stranger just on the seafront, saying, if you find me, open me. And that was it. He just went around, doing his work. 2 weeks later, he was down at the beach. He finished work a bit early. It was a really nice sunny day. And he was down at the beach just on his own, sitting there enjoying it. And he started talking to these two young guys, like 17, 18-year-old, just asking them what did they think about the area. And they was talking about, the high youth unemployment there, and that there wasn't much to do. So he started telling them about the love letters and the anonymous love letters, and how there was many of us doing it, and we was a group and we was doing it together. And as he was telling them, a young girl came along and they said, oh, we're just talking to this guy about the love letters. That's my house phone ringing now, so I'm going to ignore that too. So the young girl said, oh my God, did you leave this letter right over there? And he said, yeah, I left that like 2 weeks ago on the first day that I arrived here. And she happened to be the young girl, 18, who'd actually picked up that letter. And she started to cry and said, finding that letter was just so huge for me. It's had such an impact on my life. I've photographed it. I've I've put it on Facebook, I've been showing people, I've got it up on my bedroom wall. You know, it's really made a difference to me because, you know, it's very difficult living in this town. We don't have a lot of prospects, but it's really encouraging me to keep going. And that's just so beautiful. And because of that, this young girl and these two guys have now started writing letters to strangers in that town, and they've taken it upon themselves and they're leaving letters out for people. So that one letter has impacted those three people who are leaving letters for more people, which is really, really how I wanted this movement to make a difference in the world. And I'm never going to know about all of the people that they are impacting. And that is amazing because each letter raises the planet's vibration to love, one letter at a time. That's always what I say. So that's one particular story. That is one of my favourite stories about how letters make a difference. Another one that does come to mind, which is so, so beautiful. And this is one that actually I got to talk to the lady herself a year later. Gosh. Right. The phone ringing constantly. So, yeah, I was at the Om Yoga show in Manchester last year. The year before I'd been there with Share the Love. We had been we had to stand there writing letters over 3 days and leaving them for people around the event and getting people at the event to come and write love letters with us. This one particular woman, she picked up a letter on her way out at the end of the day, had no idea what it was, just picked it up, popped it in her bag, just said, "Open me." When she got home, she read it and she said that it was the most beautiful, empowering letter for her. And it felt like it was a message from her dad. Her dad had recently passed away. That particular day was the first day that she'd been out anywhere since his passing. It's the first time she'd treated herself to something. And she said these words are really like her dad was talking to her. And a year later, I saw her at the event and she was telling me this story. You know, "I'm so happy that you're here because this is what happened to me last year." And she's still got that letter and she gets it out quite frequently and reads it. And because of that, she is now writing letters and leaving them out for strangers to find. Because you just don't know how that one letter changed one person's life and the ripple effect of how if they write letters, and that will go on and on and on. So that is a beautiful story. And I'm sure there's many, many stories. I've been writing these letters for 5 years, and I'm sure there's many, many stories of people finding these letters and they don't know where it comes from, but then they start writing letters. And this is the whole point of Share the Love letters. So if you want to, thank you, Richard. So, you know, and there's probably a few more that I could tell you as well, but they're the two stories that always come to mind when people ask me, do I know if the letters are making a difference? So, you know, I know for sure it is. So if you want to know more about that, you can go to sharetheloveletters.com. Also, we have a Facebook page, facebook.com/sharetheloveletters. On there, we post pictures of all the places where we're leaving letters, and also post pictures of letters that are written sometimes. And when we go to events, we post pictures from those. So I'd love for you to come and join us on Facebook at Share the Love Letters, also on Instagram at Share the Love Letters as well. But most importantly, get involved. It's so simple just to write a letter to a stranger, not sign your name, just give them a message of love and encouragement. Put it in the envelope, just say, "If you find me, open me." If you wish to, you can put a hashtag on it, hashtag share the love. But if you just want to do it completely anonymously, that is the whole point. So there we are. That is my beautiful message from today. Connect with me at sharetheloveletters.com and on Facebook. So have a wonderful day wherever you are in the world, and remember to share the love. Bye for now.